वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुलारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः नमो नमः. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are joining. We have been covering the Sankhya Yoga, the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita starts, actually that first chapter is just a preamble, introduction to the scene of Bhagavad Gita. First chapter is just a preamble, and the actual Bhagavad Gita starts from the second chapter. Second chapter, in the last week I touched upon after the war, Yudhishthira became very depressed, seeing everyone on the other side, teacher, grandfather, uncle, everyone were slain. He went into depression. Vedavyasa tried to console him. It's Bhima tried to console him. Arjuna tried to console him. And his other relatives tried to console, but Yudhishthira could not be consoled. Even Lord Shri Krishna tried to console, and he could not. Yudhishthira said, "Only to make me happy you are telling these words," and he went into depression. Then Shri Krishna said, "You are not trusting our words. What we will do, that will you listen if Bhishmacharya himself says, he is still in the fag end of his life, if he says that one what you did, no wrong you have done, is it okay for you?" Then he said, maybe I want to hear from Bhishmacharya. So Lord Shri Krishna took Yudhishthira to Bhishmacharya, and Bhishmacharya said what Yudhishthira had done, nothing wrong he had done, and what he stood for the dharma, and it was right, and no wrong was done. And in 20,000 shlokas he spoke about dharma, artha, kama and moksha side, the life, the all four gamuts of life, what is required, the full spectrum of life. In 20,000 shlokas he spoke about. After the war, it's after the demise of Bhishmacharya, in the palace, in the Hastinapura, there was a discussion amongst the people, which one Bhishmacharya spoke about four dimensions, dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Which one is better of four? Vidura said dharma is the paramount. Without dharma, whatever actions you do, and it will mislead us, and it is not sustainable. Society will collapse without dharma. Yudhishthira also said, yes, it is right. Both Vidura and Yudhishthira, they are the incarnation of Yama. And Yama is known for dharma. They said dharma was better. And then Arjuna said artha is better. Without money, Arjuna was known for economy. He was a great economist, and he was looking after the treasury, finance minister. And what he said, the artha, finance is important. Without money, nobody will look at you. And if you want a respect in the society, you need to have money. Even if you want to do good things, you need, if you want to do dharma, you need the money. Without money, you can't do. Even if you want to approach a teacher, and please the teacher. You have to give something to the teacher to please the teacher. You need money. If you want to earn the knowledge, you need to invest. You need money. Artha is superior than dharma. Nakula and Sahadeva also said, we agree with Arjuna. Then Bhima, then they asked what was Bhima's opinion. Bhima said, Kama is better. Kama, then everyone wondered why Bhima is talking about Kama. And Kama, these days, Kama means we talk about the desire in a wrong way. But Bhima said, he elaborated, Kama means I need to have a desire to do dharma. I need to have a desire to earn wealth. I need to have a desire to learn knowledge. I need to have a desire for a liberation. Without a desire, without kama, dharma is not possible. Without desire, kama, artha, earning wealth is not possible. Without desire, liberation is not possible. And kama is superior among this dharma, artha, kama, and dharma, artha, and moksha. And they were they could not come to conclusion which one was superior. Krishna was there in that assembly. They said, we will ask the opinion of Lord Shri Krishna, what he says. And Lord Shri Krishna said what Bhima said. He spoke my opinion. My opinion also, it's kama is superior. And in the Bhagavad Gita also, Shri Krishna says it's the kama, kamosmi, dharma viruddho kamosmi. And what is not that wrong side, the kama, that is the superior. And Shri Krishna also said what Bhima said was superior. We need to have a desire. Without a desire, we cannot prosper. Desire to learn Bhagavad Gita, desire to learn Sanskrita, desire to learn more about yoga. Without a desire, we cannot progress. And this Bhagavad Gita is touches upon all four dimensions, also creates a desire in us to know higher things in our life. This Bhagavad Gita, study of Bhagavad Gita, when you dive deep into that one, and it awakens the desire. I want to know more. Such a profound philosophy, I want to know more. That desire is awakened by going through this Bhagavad Gita, this Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. And it awakens, rekindles the vitality in us. We want to excel. We want to know more. And this dimension is brought out beautifully in Mahabharata. And we will start from the starting. Sañjaya uvācha tam tathā kṛipayāviṣhṭa śhrī pūrṇākulekṣhaṇam viṣhīdantamidaṁ vākyam uvācha madhusūdanaḥ śhrī bhagavān uvācha kutastvā kaśhmalamidaṁ viṣhame samupasthitam anārya-juṣhṭamaswargyam akīrti-karam arjuna klaibyaṁ pārtha naitat tvayyupapadyate kṣhudraṁ hṛidaya-daurbalyaṁ tyakto uttishta parantapa. Arjuna uvācha katam bhishma aham saṅkhye dronancha madhusūdana ishubhi pratiyotsyami
दास्यामि
pūjārhāvari-sūdana
pūjārhāvari-sūdana
gurūna hṛत्वा हि महानुभावान्
gurūna hṛत्वा हि महानुभावान्
श्रेयो भुङ्क्तु वैष्ममपीह लोके
श्रेयो भोक्तुं वैष्ममपीह लोके
hatvārtha-kāmāṁstu gurūnihaiv
hatvārtha-kāmāṁstu gurūnihaiv
भुञ्जीय भोगान् rudhira-pradigdhān
भुञ्जीय भोगान् rudhira-pradigdhān
न चैतद्विद्मकतरन्नो गरीयो
न चैतद्विद्मन् कतरन्नो गरीयो
यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः
यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम
स्तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे दात्र राष्ट्राः
तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे दात्र राष्ट्राः
कारपण्यदोषपहतस्वभावा
कारपण्यदोषोपहतस्वभावा
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म-sammūḍha-chetāḥ
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म-sammūḍha-chetāḥ
यश्श्रेयस्य निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यश्श्रेयसा निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
शिष्यस्तेऽहं शादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्
शिष्यस्ते अहं शादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्
न हि प्रपश्यामि ममानुपद्य
न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्यात्
यशोक उच्छोषण इन्द्रियाणां
यच्छोकमुच्चोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम्
अवाप्य भूमावसपत्ममृद्धम्
अवाप्य भूमावसपत्नं वृद्धम्
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
सञ्जय उवाच
सञ्जय उवाच
एवमुक्त्वा हृषीकेश
एवमुक्त्वा हृषीकेशम्
गुडाकेशः परन्तप
गुडाकेश परन्तप
न योत्स्य इति गोविन्द
नयोत्स्य इति गोविन्द
उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः
उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः
तमुवाच हृषीकेश
तमुवाच हृषीकेश
प्रहसन्निव भारत
प्रहसन्निव भारत
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
विषीदन्त इदं वचः
विषीदन्त इदं वचः
For few classes I have been talking about this one. Come to the center. Come to the center, and then only you can understand the philosophy, the meaning of life. You understand only when you come to the center, not siding with one side. When you're siding on one side, you only see the one side of the truth. You need to have to see on both sides. Both sides, then only you can understand the things. We see only one side as my point of view. I see my company point of view, or I see from my family point of view, or I see from my religion point of view, I see from my community point of view, or from my country point of view I see. And that my world, actually the world exists beyond the concept of my world. My point of view, world exists beyond my point of view. I have put with the tunnel vision, I have put blinkers on both sides. I can't see this side, that side, only I am seeing from my point of view. Shri Krishna says the world is not limited to only your point of view. World is much beyond your point of view. To understand that one, you have to come to the center. Declutch yourself. My point of view, my point of view. When you, that is called as in the Shastra as vairagya. Raga means attachment. Without attachment. Attaching myself, my point of view, my thing, my family point of view. Without raga, you come to the center. When you come to the center and you understand the things much better. Much better. There is a story talking about in Mahabharata. How it happens. Where in the Shri Krishna in Udyoga Parva goes to, as a messenger of Pandavas, goes to Dhritarashtra's court asking him to return the fair share of kingdom to Pandavas, else there will be a calamity. On the way from Pandavas, where they were staying, in Drupada's place, they were Virata Raja. From there, Sri Krishna, when he was going on the way, he saw a Udanka, a rishi called as Udanka. Udanka rishi, a great rishi doing the tapas. And Udanka was very pleased to see Lord Sri Krishna, and he requested Sri Krishna to accept his hospitality. Sri Krishna said, sorry, I am in a hurry now, I am on a mission. There is going to Hastinapura to avert the war. I am going there. And Sri Krishna left. He did not stay much and stay long. And after the war was over, when the Yudhishthira was crowned as a king, all the Kauravas were slain, and Sri Krishna stayed with Yudhishthira for a while, for few months, and then he told Arjuna, I stayed here for long, and can you request Yudhishthira to allow me to go to Dwaraka. My parents haven't seen me for long, I have to visit them. My old parents are waiting for me. And with great difficulty, they sent off Sri Krishna. Everyone came to the border of their territory, and they were looking at, not till Krishna disappeared, till the dust has settled down, they were looking at that path and farewelled. And on the way back, and Sri Krishna passed through where Udanka was there. Udanka farewelled, and he went into meditation. Before, when Sri Krishna came, what he was contemplating on the Lord, that same Lord is staying in front, and he was so pleased. And and asked Sri Krishna, you went to Hastinapura, hope your mission was accomplished, hope there was no war, and hope truce was reached. Sri Krishna said, no, that Duryodhana did not heed to advice, and there was a war, great war, and all the Kauravas were slain, and Yudhishthira is a king now. And hearing that one, Udanka was so devoted to the Lord, but hearing this one, he was boiling with anger. And he said, Duryodhana was my favorite student, and you killed him. You are a god, you could have averted the war. And Duryodhana was such a cunning student. He had captured by giving money to all the teachers and pretending that he was a great student. He was a very devoted student. Even he bribed Udanka. Udanka took him as a sincere student. He had given donation. He took some mantras, thinking that he tricked many teachers also. Udanka was thinking, and this person, Duryodhana was my favorite student, and he was attached to Duryodhana, and he was, though he was meditating on the Lord, he was attached, and he took water in his palms, and he said, Krishna, I am going to curse you. And he took the water, he wanted to splash the water. At that time, Lord revealed his cosmic form. He revealed the cosmic form. Looking at the cosmic form of the Lord, Udanka started shivering, and he realized what he had done against the Supreme Lord because of the attachment. he did not understand the concept. Because he was attached to Duryodhana, his judgment was clouded. Though he was doing meditation for so long, his judgment was clouded because of his attachment. Just because I am doing meditation, just because I went into samadhi, just because I am doing everyday practice, doesn't mean that the raga has gone. When the attachment is there, you see only one side. And when he saw Lord's cosmic form, and he came back to his senses. And here Shri Krishna says, if you want to realize the truth, come to the center. Shri bhagavān uvācha.
Shri bhagavān uvācha.
Ashocyananvashocastvam.
Ashocyananvashocastvam.
Prajñāvādanscha bhāshase.
Prajñāvādanscha bhāshase.
Gatāsūna gatāsūnscha.
Gatāsūna gatāsūnscha.
Nānushochanti panditaha.
Nānushochanti panditaha.
Natvevaham jatunasam.
Natvevaham jatunasam.
Natvam neme janadipaha.
Natvam neme janadipaha.
Nachaiva na bhavishyama.
Nachaiva na bhavishyama.
Sarve vayamata param.
Sarve vayamata param.
Dehinosmi yatha dehe.
Dehinosmi yatha dehe.
Kaumaram yavvanam jara.
Kaumaram yauvanam jara.
Tathā dehāntara prāpti.
Tathā dehāntara prāpti.
Dhīrastatra na muhyati.
Dhīrastatra na muhyati.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya.
Shītoshna sukha dukkadaha.
Shītoshna sukha dukkadaha.
Agama payino anitya.
Agama payino anitya.
Stam stitikshvastva bharata.
Stam stitikshvastva bharata.
Yam hina vyatayantyete.
Yam hina vyatayantyete.
Purusham purusharshava.
Purusham purusharshava.
Samadukka sukham dhīram.
Samadukha sukham dhīram.
So amritatvāya kalpate.
So amritatvāya kalpate.
Nasato vidyate abhavo.
Nasato vidyate bhavo.
Nabhavo vidyate sataha.
Nabhavo vidyate sataha.
Uvayorapi drishtonta.
Ubhayorapi drishtontva.
Tanayostattvadarshibhihi.
Tvanayo tattvadarshibhihi.
Avinashita tadvidhi.
Avinashitu tadvidhi.
Yena sarva idam tatam.
Yena sarva idam tatam.
Vinasha avyayasyasya.
Vinasham avyayasyasya.
Na kaschit kartu arhasi.
Na kaschit kartum arhati.
Antavanta ime deha.
Antavanta ime deha.
Nityasyokta sharirinaha.
Nityasyokta sharirinaha.
Anashino aprameyasya.
Anashino aprameyasya.
Tasmat yudyasva bharata.
Tasmad yudhyasva bharata.
Yam hina vyatayenam veti hantaram.
Yenam veti hantaram.
Yaschainam manyate hatam.
Yaschainam manyate hatam.
Ubhautau na vijanito.
Ubhautau na vijanito.
Nayam hanti na hanyate.
Nayam hanti na hanyate.
Na jayate mriyate va kadachit.
Na jayate mriyate va kadachit.
Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha.
Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha.
Ajo nityah shashvatoyam puranam.
Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano.
Na hanyate hanyamane sharire.
Na hanyate hanyamane sharire.
Veda vinashinam nityam.
Veda vinashinam nityam.
Yena aja avyayam.
Yenam ajam avyayam.
Katam sa purusha partha.
Katham sa purusha partha.
Kam ghatayati hantikam.
Kam ghatayati hantikam.
Vasansi jirnani yata vihaya.
Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya.
Navani grihnati naro parani.
Navani grihnati naro parani.
Tathā sharirani vihaya jirnani.
Tathā sharirani vihaya jirnani.
Anyani sanyati navani dehi.
Anyani sanyati navani dehi.
Nainam chindanti shastrani.
Nainam chindanti shastrani.
Nainam dahati pavakaha.
Nainam dahati pavakaha.
Nachainam kledayantyapo.
Nachainam kledayantyapo. शोषयन्त्यापो
न शोषयति मारुतः
न शोषयति मारुतः
अच्छेद्यो अयम् अदाह्यो अयम्
अच्छेद्यो अयम् अदाह्यो अयम्
अक्लेद्यो अशोष्य एव च
अक्लेद्यो अशोष्य एव च
नित्यः सर्वगतस्ताणो
नित्यः सर्वगतस्ताणो
अचलोऽयं सनातनः
अचलोऽयं सनातनः
अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम्
अव्यक्तो अयम् अचिन्त्यो अयम्
अविकार्यो अयमुच्यते
अविकार्यो अयमुच्यते
तस्माद् ये देवं विदित्वेनं
तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं
नानुशोचितु अर्हसि
नानुशोचितुमर्हसि
अथ चैनं नित्यजातम्
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम्
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम्
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो
तथापि तं महाबाहो
नैनं शोचितु अर्हसि
नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्यु
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्यु
ध्रुवं जन्मामृतस्य च
ध्रुवं जन्मामृतस्य च
तस्मादपरिहार्येते
तस्मादपरिहार्येते
न त्वं शोचितु अर्हसि
न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
जातस्य हि those who are born, death is sure. For the death, one who has died, rebirth is sure. And tasmad, these things, when it's beyond your control, there is no point in grieving. The why we grieve because we don't want anyone to die premature. He should not have died so early. That is, but death is not in our control. What is early or late, it is the soul defines. Inside, indweller knows when to vacate. And the other day I was talking to one of the, it's our Deepti Manji, his younger brother had passed away. I told him that we meet another co-passenger in a train and I am going say up to it's a far away distance, and the co-passenger, we became so friendly and I had such a great time, but the station for my co-passenger has come, and without any regard for the other co-passenger, he or she will just get off because his destination is somewhere. From there, that person has to take another train. We can't stop him. I can't say that you are my best friend, you are my best brother, you should not leave. But for the indweller in that train, by co-passenger, his or the station has come, I am getting off, I am boarding another train. And similar way, when I gave that analogy, he felt so good about that one. My brother's destination is somewhere else, and my destination is somewhere. Why I am grieving on this one? And it's we only expect that person has to live long, but it is because of our wrong expectation we grieve. And after that, our Deepti Manji, he was saying that as a person, when I think my brother, it's that person Kirtiman, my brother's name Kirtiman has died, and he did so many things. I am very proud. But as I think him as my brother, then I start feeling very sad. Then I told him, Matra Sparshastu Kaunte, Shri Krishna says, why I am grieving? Because my friend, my relative, my brother, my uncle, when that contact, when that my comes, I grieve. When I see that person as a person, what a marvelous life that person had. There is no grief, there is a joy. And this one also says, in the corona situation, many deaths, according to, we might know somebody near and dear would have passed away. And this is the way how to come to terms. Come, and one who is born has to go, and that not to look from my friend, my relative as a person. That person had to continue the journey. And this coronavirus is just a pretext, just an excuse for that soul to kick off the bucket and go. It finds some excuse and go. Other day, one person said his father died all in the home. He just stumbled and fell down and he died. Just stumbling is just an excuse. Our Yadunandanacharya ji, he was talking about stumbling is karma. Whatever small action, that stumbling is just it's an event, but death, it needs some excuse to get out. It takes, these people are dying, it uses that one as an excuse to continue the journey. From the soul point, there is no grief. It is happy that it is continuing the journey. From our point, we are grieving. Avyakta jatasya hi dhruvo mrityum avyaktadhini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidananyaiva tatra ka paridevana ascharyavat pashyati kaschidena ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyah ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti shrutvāpyenam vedana chaiva kaśchit dehi nitya adavyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvāni bhūtāni natvam shochitu arhasi swadharmam api chavekshya na vikampitu arhasi dharmadhi yuddha shreyonyat kshatriyasya na vidyate yadrichaya chopapannam swargadvara upamritam sukhina kshatriya pārtha labante yuddha idrisham atachettvamimam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tathā swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papamavapsyasi akīrtim chapi bhūtāni katayishyanti te vyayam sambhavitasya cha kirti maranādatirichyate bhayadranādu paratam mansyante tvam mahārataha yesham cha tvam bhumato bhūtvā yasyasi lāghavam avāchyavādanscha bahūn vadishyanti tavāhitaha tava ahitaha, you can break it, tava ahitaha. It's undesirable things people will talk about you, against you. Nindanstava samarthyam tato dukkataram nukim hato va prapsyasi swargam jitva va bhokshase mahin tasmat uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya kṛtaniṣhcaya. Get up, awake. You are in slumber. It's a time to shrug off your slumber and stand up. And all your life, though you are awake, but physically you are awake, mentally you are in slumber. The spirituality, Bhagavad Gita, the purpose of spirituality, the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita is only to make us awake in our life. We think opening the eyes is awake, but in fact in the Upanishad also talking about, we are in fact in the slumber. We are still in dream phase. We are in the sleep phase. The awakened, you have to be awakened. You, Sri Krishna, again and again, as I mentioned, 4 times he tells in Bhagavad Gita, awake. You think you are, just because you are awake and walking around, Sri Krishna says, still you are in slumber. You have to be awakened. Awakened to the reality. That is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. That is the purpose of Adhyatma Vidya. That is the purpose of spirituality. And Sukha Dukkhe Same Kritva.
Sukha-dukkhe same kritva.
Labha Labho Jaya Jayo.
Labha labho jaya jayo.
Tato Yuddhaya Yujyasva.
Tato yuddhaya yujhasva.
Naivam Papamavapsyasi.
Naivam papamavapsyasi.
Yesha te abhita sankhye.
Esha te abhita sankhye.
Buddhi yoge tvimam shrunu.
Buddhir-yoge tvimam shrunu.
Buddhya yukto yaya partha.
Buddhya-yukto yaya partha.
Karma bandham prahasyasi.
Karma-bandham prahasyasi.
This Sankhya, Yesha be the Sankhya, analytical knowledge you understood, and now you know about the science behind the analytical knowledge. Whatever Sankhya, till now, whatever you have understood, it's an analytical knowledge, classified, rational thinking, classified, using your judgment. I expounded, think properly, come to the center. Rationally you started analyzing things. Now you understand the science behind that one. Knowing the science behind that one, you will set yourself free. And neha bhi kramanashosti.
Neha bhi kramanashosti.
Pratyavayo na vidyate.
Pratyavayo na vidyate.
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Trayate mahato bhayat.
Trayate mahato bhayat.
Understanding this science behind this rational thinking, analytical thinking, and coming to the center, analyzing things properly, knowing the science behind that one, jnana, little bit of that knowledge, even little bit. You need not have to know the whole thing. Even a little bit of that knowledge will release you from great fears. The trayate mahato bhayat. The great fear in your life, you will unshackle yourself from the great fear. The great fear, the loss. The loss is a fear. We are scared about losing the job, scared about losing the money, scared about losing my name, scared about losing my investment. And the greatest scare is the death. I don't know that, people someone other day who was saying that you talk about anything, not to talk about death. I don't want to hear that one. Hearing the death itself, it freaks me out. I get so scared. I don't want to think about that one. And the greatest fear is the death. Try to know the science so that you can deal with the challenge by holding the horns of the bull. You can deal with the situation. If you do not know the science, you are so scared in your life, you don't want to face the reality. We had covered up to here. Vyavasayatmika Atmika buddhi.
Atmika buddhi.
Ekeha. Kurunandana. Bahushaka. Hi. Anantascha. Buddhayo. Avyavasayinam. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Ekeha kurunandana. Bahushaka hi anantascha. Buddhayo avyavasayinam. One more time. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Ekeha kurunandana.
कुरु नन्दन
बहुशाखा हि अनन्ताश्च
बहुशाखा हि अनन्ताश्च
बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनां
बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनां
व्यवसायात्मिका buddhi that people who have analyzed things properly and who have a rational thinking, who can come to center and analyze things, all the people who have come to the center and talk about the situation, they all think the same. Those who have come to the center, those who have have an analytical thinking, they think properly and they have a resolute mind, an integrated mind. They all talk about the truth in the same way. Whereas the people who haven't come to the center, who haven't analyzed the things properly, who do not have a rational, resolute thinking, irresolute thinking, people talk, everyone differently. That person talks about this one, this person talks about this one, and there are so many streams, in so many streams they talk about, but who have come to the center and resolute, integrated mind and analyze things properly, everyone talks about the truth in the same way. Only the confusion is there, one who has not come to the center. For them, they see things differently and they get carried away. And many students, they come to me and said, that teacher said this way, that teacher said this way, their teacher said that way, you are telling this way, which one I have to take? Which one I have to analyze? What is the truth? Shri Krishna gives an answer for that one, and those who have come to the center, they all talk in the same way. Whereas the one who hasn't come to the center, they see things differently. They see things differently, and like if I in the aeroplane, if I am looking at some ground, I see some idea of the topography. As the plane is coming down, my vision gets clearer. When I further gets down and when I am on the ground, there is a ground reality. I see the things clearly. And when the far away, when I start seeing from there, I get confused whether it's a water or mirage. I am confused. But when I am coming to the close of that one, I get a clarity. Shri Krishna talks about that one. Yamimam. Imam. Pushpitam. Vācyam. Pravadantya. Vipaschitah. Veda. Vadarata. Pārtha. Nānya. Dastiti. Vadinaha. Yamimam. Pushpitam vācyam. Pravadantya vipaschitah. Veda vadarata pārtha. Nānyat astiti vadinaha. Yamimam pushpitam vācyam pravadantya vipaschitah. Paschitaha, one who hasn't will read it once again. Yamimam pushpitam vācyam pravadantya vipaschitah. Veda vadarata pārtha. Nānyadastiti vadinaha. Yamimam, this one who hasn't come to the center, one who do not have an integrated mind, and one who has not have it's a resolute mind, and conviction and pushpitam vākyam, and they look at the outer covering of the things and think that that is the reality. Only they are satisfied with the outer thing. And they are yamimam pushpitam vācyam pravadantya vipaschitaha, and they are happy looking at the outer things, and they are happy with that meaning. Keeping a lexicon book, it's a dictionary next to the Veda text, and converting. And other day we had a discussion in our Upanishad discussion, and one student asked the question, what is aham, what is that tattvamasi? Tattvamasi, I asked the meaning. She said tattvamasi means I am God. And how do you know that? She kept the dictionary next to that one. Aham, tat means that, aham means I, asi means I am God. Her dictionary, her translation. That is what many commentators they talk about. They keep the textbook next to that one, and they see only the outer meaning, and they think that is the truth. They are satisfied with that one. They are not at all interested in diving deep. Only the outer meaning I am satisfied. And yamimam pushpitam vipaschitaha, one who hasn't experienced, one who hasn't come to the center, they talk like that. Veda vadarata pārtha nānāya-juṣhṭamāswargyam. This is the only meaning, nothing beyond that one. And they quote from that Upanishad, that Veda, they give all the jargons, they quote, and they say there is nothing beyond this one. This is the ultimate meaning. And vipaschitaha, Shri Krishna says, one who hasn't, do not have an analytical mind, one who has not a resolute mind, one who hasn't come to the center, and they talk like this. Kāmatmana Swargapara Janma-karma Phalapradam Kriya-vishesha Bahulam Bhogaishwarya Gatim prati Kāmatmana Swargapara Janma-karma Phalapradam Kriya-vishesha Bahulam Bhogaishwarya Gatim prati. Bhogaishwarya, that when they read the scriptures, the Vedas, why I am doing, there is a what I will get. I read Veda because I get something. In the Vishnu Sahasranam, if you read that one, and towards the end, dharma-artha chapniyat dharme artharthi chapniyat dhanam, and whatever you want. If you want a children, you read Vishnu Sahasranama. If you want money, if you want that one, if you want property, you do that one. At the end of the book, it is written Vishnu Sahasranama. Or any Veda, if you read that one, you will get that one. If you go to the temple and go put some money, you will get that one. And at the end of that one, a priest will say, Putra Pautra Ayushya Arogya Vriddhi Mastu. And may you be blessed with, you have done this one, may you have good, many children, a lot of money and a long life. Be happy in your life. And for that I am doing that one. Whatever I am doing, there is a carrot. And only the carrot, I am satisfied with that one. Why I am doing that one? I want something. I want promotion in my work. I want to change I am sick of my boss. I want to change my company. Somehow it is not happening. Somebody said, do that puja. You will get whatever you wanted. And whatever you have a manokamana, that it will be fulfilled. You do that one. And why I am doing that Satyanarayana Puja? Because may I get that one. Why I am doing that one? May I get that Vishnu Sahasranama, may I get that one. And it's people only that they are in the periphery, they are only interested in the desire. They think the purpose of that take Vishnu Sahasranama, nothing beyond that one. Purpose of the worship, meditation, reading the scriptures, they think only to get that one you have to do. I don't want more than that one. I am happy with whatever it is getting. I am going to Tirupati, give some money there and bribe the police and jump the queue, and why? And I want more money. I want more money in my business. And my only interest behind going to Tirupati, I want more money. I am doing Vishnu Sahasranam or going to place of worship or reading the scriptures or going to a teacher like I mentioned in the beginning. Duryodhana going to Udanka Rishi only to get some blessing. And may you putra potra ayurga aarogya ayushya vriddhimastu, some blessing. Only there is no interest beyond that one, I don't see. And Sri Krishna says 99.99% of the people are like that. We are not interested in beyond that one. We are happy with whatever I get. Every day you do japa 100 times, you do that one. And somebody said that disease, to overcome that one, you do the Dhanvantari japa. She became alright, and after that she stopped doing. Why I have to do? I am okay now. It is not required. And I did. Why? I got what I wanted. Now I don't care. And our approach is that one. I got that one means I am making friendship with that person. Why? I get something out of that one. When I got that one, I dump my friend, I go make another friend. There is no, it's a interest. We see everything as a transaction in our sadhana also, in your spirituality also, we see it in the same way. And Shri Krishna says, and the kamatmana swargapara, whatever you do some here, go to heaven, enjoy there, come back, do something, go and come. And there's a going and coming, I'm happy with that one. I do that one, so many this one, I go to heaven, enjoy the time there. After my time I come back, I do going and coming, I'm happy with that one. Kamatmana swargaparam, janma karma palapradam. And this going and coming, kriya vishesha bahulam, bhogaishwarya gatim prati. The purpose behind all these things, to enjoy in your life. Enjoy in your life, that is the only goal. And one corrupt person in Bangalore, he was, it's very corrupt, but at the same time, 365 days a year in his farmhouse, every day one yajna or the other. Every day one yajna or the other, feeding so many people every day. The purpose only to how he can make more money. And at the same time 365 days, that homa, this homa, that giving the annadana and whatever. My purpose only to do that one. We see that one in the current politics also. Many people, they go to the time of election, this one, they go to place of worship, they go to that ashram, this ashram, only what I have to get out of that one. And Sri Krishna slowly nudging us, you have to go beyond that one. The purpose of Shastra is not getting trapped in that one. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apahṛta chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadona vidhiyate bhogaishwarya prasaktanam
प्रसक्तानां
तया
अपहृतचेतसां
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां. My mind is so set on what I have to get out of this one. My object is to enjoy bhoga. I have to enjoy, revel. I don't want to come to the center. I am happy in enjoying prasaktam. I am involved in that one. My life is spent only how can I enjoy my life. And prasaktanam taya, my intellect is clouded. I can't think properly. I don't want to hear also on that one. Apahrita chetasam. My mind is have been thinking, rational thinking has been taken away, chetasam. And vyavasayatmika buddhi. If somebody comes and tells that person it is not the purpose, this is the truth, samadho, they are not satisfied, they are not at all interested to hear that dimension. They are not at all interested. Samadho na vidhiyate. They are not at all happy. They are happy only going, and it's in the ritualistic part. It's whatever I do, what is in for me, and whatever I do, whatever I give a donation, there is a interest. I should get something out of this one. I should get something out of that one. And I keep telling everyone, I gave so much of donation, and it's I'm expecting that one to happen. And Sri Krishna says that many people are talking like that. And the next week we'll touch upon and the whatever scriptures talking about, it is not talking about the what you see. It is trying to convey something beyond what you see. Because of your blinkers put on, because of your colored glasses, you see what is written, but scriptures are there to convey something different message, which you are not interested in seeing that one. You are happy only looking at outside. There is something beyond. Shri Krishna is awakening. We'll touch upon that one next week. Today's shlokas from 41. Repeat after me. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushakahi anantascha buddhayo avyavasayinam yamimam pushpitam vācyam pravadantya vipaschitah veda vadarata pārtha nānyadastiti vadinah kāmatmana swargapara janma karma phalapradam kriya-vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apahrita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidhiyate vasudeva sutam devam kamsa-chanūramardanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum.